So yeah, I would have liked to not be in my pajamas at work at like all times. Like people say, "Oh, you're not in your pajamas." Like what you wear is completely sufficing to what we were called for to work here. I'm like, right, but they're like, yeah. I was like, and I do like the flavor of food. Like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, music is my life, but most of the time I just have bedhead. Like it's just product and bedhead. They're like, oh, yeah, that's normal. I was like, yeah, like that's like how it always is for everyone. And it's really sad. Like all these big beauties that have like Mustangs and like they don't really have a house. They live with their parents still because they're young, but they're like almost in the same position as me if I didn't have type 1 diabetes. And the reason why I have type 1 diabetes is literally an army accident. That it just kept getting worse as I grew up working in the army. That's where I'd get hurt all the time. Is right in this fucking area, my pancreas. Dislocated my hip, dislocated my wrist. That's all good now. Type 1 actually did get better. I don't have to buy so much fucking candy. As I lost the weight, people decided that I am hurt really bad. But no, like if you I'm not hurt. I could be fat. I just don't like to be because I don't have enough money for a car and that because of my insulin. So it drives me fucking nuts. And I'm like, no, I want money for craft supplies. I can dick around even though I'm not even good at doing crafts because I don't get to have a car. So and then I'm starting to quit smoking because at one time I had to smoke because I fucking got in a fight with some terrorists with my boyfriend. My boyfriend was weak, so I was losing the fight. But then at the end of it all, I won it. But yeah, I got a little bit hurt. Hurt my lungs are bleeding and kind of popped. The one was kind of popped, not quite sizzled. It was that bad, or else I would have had to been smoking pot. I never really was. I'd just try it once in a while. It's really intense stuff if you don't need it, eh? Weed? Oh, it's really like really fucked up experience if you don't need it. So I'd like fuck myself up once in a while. Still kind of do, haven't in the longest time ever, but yeah. So we're all really young, and all these patients came in this one time, and I said, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to be on a weight soluble because your neck right here is separated, and that's why you're grouchy and your tone is fucked up. It's not that you're dumb. It's that if you lose the weight, we can do the surgery, and if you keep the weight off and take your meds, it'll be like it never really happened except for your money is gone. So that happened with one chick. One chick, I was checking her back out. It was fucking broken and separated really bad in three spots. So she needed to lose some weight to fit a wheelchair because they were like big rich chicks, like big old fucking fat rich chicks, I guess. And they're all friends and they all came in at the same time about this. And I wasn't asking them what happened yet. I don't really remember. I just remember the pain I felt that they are losing their vehicles and then they don't even have enough money to move out of their parents' house yet. But, because, it does suck even to a Buddhist. um, One chick, it was all different too, and they're all friends. It was really weird. But they weren't criminals. No, I found out. But right here, where your chest meets your ribs, there's like almost a natural gap, but it's actually a ball joint of bone. That was all smashed out. And to ask them what happened, they had no fucking clue. They thought like they got in a fight one day, that all of them, and beat the shit out of each other. And and then they decided later to tell me that one of their friends died. She was driving and she crashed her car. And that's what happened. I'm like, how long ago was this? Like, holy shit, like, how do you guys not remember, right? Well, they had fucking concussions and neurological knots in their brain, and they were all going to cerebral palsy one day, which is when the brain or the body is so damaged that they have to lose weight and take these meds. But the brain eventually just tells it the whole thing just to give out and they cerebral palsy. Like, I'm not even joking, they were acting like big old dumbasses, but yeah. Apparently it was a truck too, and I still got damaged that bad. So, reasons to lose weight. Usually everybody has one. Like the stretch marks hurt and itch and bleed or whatever. You got dermatitis. My stretch marks were doing okay, but they were ugly, I thought. Fuck you, I don't have to be ugly just because you like eating your food products. Yeah, I actually worked really hard. That was last year. Physio, I put wheelchairs together, fucking writing up a diet that works good for them and according to their injuries, their blood type at the time, and how it should graduate and get better. And then I have a nutritionist comes in and like a year later with them sees how their diet was going and if they can graduate to the next step, and if not then they need more meds. And then like 2 years later the nutritionist checks up on them again on a diet that I wrote. If they can't fit the diet, then they have to take surgery and med or whatever. They just end up cerebral palsy and fucking dead. Like, I admit, me and my brothers jack around. My sister a little bit too. Like, we go really fast sometimes. And we shouldn't, because there's animals on the road sometimes. You get hydroplaned so fucking easily. Blows up your vehicle sometimes, most of the time. Yeah. I don't really want to do that anymore, but I drive like super fast sometimes. And it's not like I can't tell them no. It's just, fuck yeah. Just fuck yeah. I want to drive super fast. Simple fast. Yeah, like I always wish that we could have been fancier and everything. Duh. But Buddhist is exactly that. Like, when Type 1 punished me for the final go, I was like, well, I don't have a car. So I'm going to lose weight and wear gym clothes all the time. Go to the gym. You know, like, it wasn't that big of a fucking, like, fuck you kind of thing for me. No. And I always do run on a treadmill and then you're all sweaty. You can't even put jeans on anyway or track pants, slacks, or anything. One girl, this was the second time I've seen her. She lost all the weight and she's just standing there in so much pain. And I was like, see, but when you do laugh, it's jiggling. Because she said that. She's like, people notice I'm in pain before, make me laugh and it would jiggle, and then they would think I was moving enough. Like, yeah, you're like paralyzed there. So, yeah. So, fuck. That's sad. A bunch of chicks I went to high school with, too. A bunch of them. There's a whole track of them. Some are in the back of the truck, too, I guess. Like in the box. It happened to another other pile of girls and boys I went to school with. They're a bit younger. I don't want to drive safe, please. It's hard to tell if it's separated too, but theirs are kind of obvious. It was an easy go, but they gave me a raise for a while. Spent it mostly on steak. As if Aaron's gonna remember, right? Yeah, he does. I think he does. I'll keep working on my fitness and hopefully my type 1 at least. Like, something's got to be cheaper eventually. Maybe I'll get off the pain med. So it's 8:40 in the morning, 8:34. I haven't even had coffee yet, and I feel like actually quite awake. So when I have my coffee, and I don't know if I'm gonna shower because I washed it yesterday. It's just product. I'm just gonna leave it. Put on deodorant, some perfume that you can't smell, like just a wee bit. That so if I waft my fucking sweat, it won't stink. Shower at home. Let's look at the Zentangle now that I slept on it. I didn't do a very good job of copying it exactly, but made my own design with the ideas. It's pretty good. Especially if I cleaned it up, erased it a bit more, and watercolored it. Driving. They say build a bitch, you don't get to pick and choose. Bigger ass and bigger booze. Better boys or attitude. a cup. I got like many Red Bull cans. Fuck yeah. And then the mom came into one of the moms, right? They weren't there. They weren't all sisters. Some of them were sisters. And I guess she posted. She didn't think anyone would fucking care. She posted that she lost her daughter. That it's gonna be a long road, and she's not gonna make it. And somebody said something fucking just so goddamn fucking rude. So then I had to call in the police and prove identities and all this stuff. And not only that, I'm doing like all the blood work. I do get paid a lot. It's all spent on my type 1 and everything else that I talk about. Okay, but anyway, that's not the point sometimes. And prove who the fuck this person was that commented. And then send the fucking police out. I don't know what the fuck I did with my pencil or anything. That's my other eraser. Fucking nicotine for this shit. I do have neck pain too, eh? I do. From what? I swear it's just stress. I don't care. The poor woman. And her daughters were so nice. And they shone through a lot. But, like, they were fucking crippled for crying out loud. It wasn't funny. Eventually, they're like, hey, you can turn your cell phone on. Because I was, like, starting to die from working. It was fun hanging out with them, honestly. It was early on their injuries, and you could still tell who the hell they were. They little fucking Kirby, fucking Super Mario, fucking kind of chicks. Like a lot of people that I always loved too. No, I didn't know them that well in school. Most of my blood work I do in the lab up there because I'm human kinetics. But some of it gets shipped off. I mean, yeah, I can't do everything. Yeah, I'm scared of driving. It's an anxiety. Not because I was abused, no. Like the police would be like, "You're gonna get blow up your truck." I'm like, "I'm not letting you die alone." Because like, it's going fast as it go. You have to go to blow up a truck because it's gonna blow up and then throw you off the road anyway. Yeah. I got my legs pulled off one time in the Navy. Like they're attached, so they're off. Like, what is it about shit? Well, I might have to make a coffee. It's coming up. Time's a ticking. Insulin is like a dope shit medicine when you're on the ship. If you get hurt and you're on insulin, it takes you longer to pass out, and it's just like an immunity almost. I shouldn't have to eat so much fucking sugar. But yeah, that's kind of cool, but not everybody gets to have it. Yeah, one time this fucking guy descended from a helicopter pretty silently and got this guy who was just working on the ship. And like, we knew it was coming, but we had to shut down everything we were doing to get out there to tell him. So we don't really let people work on a ship by themselves anymore like that. No two things at once. He's still alive, but he passed the fuck out right away to a gash to the head. And I shot the guy in the head, and he was like Satan descending from the sky. It was like disgusting imagery. Made me hate being black to the point that well, little Harold. wouldn't trust you with a vehicle, even if you were willing to get over it that I pay for my kids. My kid did, but I have so much money out of my savings account. And you're running around like, why didn't women work hard like Amber to have savings for their babies? Why do you always live off me and then act like I'm a problem because I pay for my kids out of my savings? And then I still have money. I've let Owen live off of me. Now Coral's living off of me. Everyone's fighting with me to pay for everybody else of their kids to go to boarding school. And I don't even have enough monthly to fucking save myself. So will you please shut the fuck up? I would not get in a vehicle with you. Not any of you. You're horrible drivers. You have bad intentions. You're always flipping shit. And I'm so fucking rich. And you treat other women like shit because they're not like me. Well, they have disabilities and shit too, you know. But not only that, I'm not just an average fucking person walking around not disabled. I'm a fucking genius. And so are a lot of people that work at Northern Health hospitals and stuff. You're getting mad at me because you can't rate me and ruin my fucking life. Surely you fucking can. So take that and fuck off with it.